3rd of June, officially winter, and it's lovely and warm, isn't it, Neela? Isn't it, Murphs? Is it lovely and warm? This is the sunny days before the big storm coming on Monday. So it's short weather, look. Nice and warm, calm, but it's going to lash it down Monday. What's the temperature? Oh, look, it's 26. Cold then. So yes, I've been doing a bit of gardening. Look at my lovely lawn. Turn the irrigation off finally, which is good. Some fun little people dancing. The cactus, the monkey man, the surfer. He's a bit reluctant to do a dance. Look. Yes, been doing all the winter nice flowers. There's lots of violas. There's my sweet potatoes waiting to go in. Just waiting for a bit more wet soil. This is the native basil. This does really well. This is that 5 spice plant, or whatever it's called. Similar. It must be similar family to that, but it smells a bit different. All the pretty violas, look. Something flowers. As soon as the weather changes, everything starts to flower. Cactus. More violas in there, look. These are my Hakea, cricket ball Hakeas. So they look good. Separated them out. More sweet potatoes. The water tank still only about just under half full, so we do need a lot more rain to fill it up, because obviously I've been using it for irrigation and drinking. This is a native hibiscus at the end. This is the new lawn bed that's taken off now. So these are all the Eremophila glabra. Pretty hardy plant once you get it going. It's a good ground cover, so obviously it's going to just go everywhere. Might need a bit of trimming, but we'll wait. That's native basil. That's the cinnamon native basil, perennial basil, cinnamon perennial basil. We've got beans that are planted. I've planted peas as well, but I don't know why the peas haven't come up. I think they've been eaten by mice. But the beans have done well, so I might try and poke a few more peas in now that it's a bit more favourable weather. Saw the rocket gone crazy, salvias, more of the Eremophila, another salvia. Got some cornflowers, marjoram, oregano, there's thyme there. Just doing what I can to get it going. Keep trying to keep the white chicken out. None of the other chickens, it's the white chicken. Dianella. So this is the changing hedge. It's mostly Melaleuca now, as opposed to, it used to be Geraldton wax, but Geraldton wax was never really suited to the clay soil. So, and that's the hibiscus that's been trimmed back, but yet it's come back really well. So it obviously likes a nice trim. All the trees looking happy. Big old salmon gum. Big old mule gum. Bottle brushes all look pretty good. Lemons are coming good now. Took a while. They weren't like they were going to do anything, but actually quite a lot of lemons this year. So hopefully we'll get enough water to keep them going and get them big enough. Yeah, that looks a lot healthier now than what it did, because we really didn't have any summer rains, but it looks nice. There's a nice gimlet there. Oh, look. Hello, the precious. Hello, the precious. Yeah. That's my little friend. Trampoline for a nearly dead oak tree. Nearly dead stone fruit or whatever it was. Never did anything. Just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Whether I'm going to dig it out or just plant next to it and just continue waiting for it to die, because that's what it's doing. hard to dig out. Mulberry don't look too bad. Psyllum. And this is another native perennial basil. Looking good, lots of bulbs in there. Coriander, a bit of rocket, should be some dill. It's a bit wet for dill, I think. And that borage there, yarrow. It's a little pond. What? Oh, I'm going this way. That's the lime verbena. Does indeed smell of lime. It's bizarre. Really weird smell. What? These are the blood oranges. Actually quite a few this year. Chucked a load of fertiliser on as me citrus man is not here. I'm having to deal with it myself, but that's alright. They look pretty good. You coming? The olive didn't do very well this year. Maybe it had a year off. Just looked a bit ill and hardly any olives, and that was my good olive. Not sure why. Lime has been a bit slow, but it is coming now. Like there was just no flowers. I think, God, I'm not going to get any fruit, but they're coming good now. Just a bit behind the lemon, which is not normal. Normally it's the other way around, but I'm sure I'm going to get a million limes. You can sort of grape out, not really giving it a lot of love. The birds get in and eat them all. This is the bird beak hakea. These are seed pods, obviously. This is just about to flower, yet the other one is absolutely in flower. This is the Hakea franciana, which I don't think it's got any flowers quite yet. It's not going to be long now. Big old trees. Look at them all. It is a forest. This is number 2 veggie patch. That everything's gone in late just because of the weather. Everything comes down to water, and we just didn't get any rain, so everything's bone dry without chucking loads of water on. But everything's starting to go good now. Cabbages and kale, Cavolo Nero, got leeks, put some garlic in. So I've just given them. I've started to give them a water because we're not quite at no irrigation stage yet. And that silver beet looks good. It's date palm. Actually, that's got quite big. I don't know if I should trim that back or not. It's obviously the pomegranate, looking naked. Some globe artichokes. Again, they've been quite slow this year. Right, new one's coming up. Just lack of water. This is the English mulberry. Obviously losing its leaves because it's winter, so hopefully that might do something this year. It's the big old acacia. Still can't be bothered to remove that. My apricot died. That was just from somebody's plant. Got zucchini there. Winter, and there's still a zucchini. This stone fruit's not really done anything. Oh look, there is a praying mantis nest. It hasn't done anything though. I'm not convinced. Not convinced about stone fruit. Peas growing in this bed. There's a nice patchouli there. Carrots haven't been great. Loads of nasturtiums coming up. This mega lavender, just going for it. These are the Dianella seeds. It's obviously flowered, and then it's purple seeds. It needs a bit of a trim back, but not top of my list. It's one of my little ponds. Geranium, yarrow, marjoram. That thyme died. Maybe thyme doesn't maybe sometimes just don't live for a long time. It's another perennial basil, oregano, sort of died back a little bit. This big weedy thing doesn't help. They are, what's it? Kohlrabies that I didn't pick, but maybe I'll just let them go to seed. Some beetroots, there's some yellow zucchinis that have obviously gone to marrow, so I'll use them for seed. Actually, where's the other one gone? It was 3. Don't know. Leeks from last year, all the potatoes, giving them a water. Oh, some potatoes sticking out. So these potatoes were just like leftover sprouted potatoes. I haven't bought any seed potatoes, so it'd be interesting to see if they reach a good size or not. What are you doing, Matt? More potatoes. Got to do this other bed at some point. There's brassicas and I think there's a swede or 2, and there are some beans. Yeah, hopefully. Now that we're going to get some rain, everything should just motor along now. You coming, me kitty cat? My pile of dirt that still hasn't gone onto the garden. I did trim back the olives here because they were just causing a bit too much lack of sun, so I did give them a good trim, which is good. This is my last wicking bed. All these tomatoes, did not sow any of these tomatoes. These are self-sown from the Worm Farm compost that I put in, but they are the best tomatoes I've had this year, which annoys me. Look at the size of that, it's like as thick as my finger. So, I don't know, I might just give up growing tomatoes and just keep chucking in compost from the Worm Farm. Look, aphid's really bad this year. Really bad. And munching, not normally that bad. But always good peppers. Always good peppers. I am the pepper grower. So hopefully these will keep going and redden up. Silver beet. Pineapple. And then obviously we've got all these big, massive loofahs. They are weird. They're really squishy because they go really hollow in the middle. Obviously then you skin them. I think you have to just wait for them to sort of shrivel a bit and then skin them, and then you've got a loofah. That's where loofahs come from. But this is just one plant. See, that's really squishy. Ugh. It smells very nice. But yeah, it's just one plant out of 2 that survived, and it's just gone crazy. Loads of onions, more little peppers. They're not like, you know, really peppery or anything, so you can just bung them in anything. More peppers, more peppers. Good celery coming. Quite glad about that. I think that was a self-sown celery. Some borage. This is all the Malabar spinach. It's just crawled everywhere, of course. More brassicas, cauliflowers, broccoli, and then, yeah, beautiful peppers. I am the pepper king. But they just grow well. Must be the soil, or I don't know. Snapdragons. All this Malabar spinach is just sort of taken over a little bit too much, but I can't bother to remove it. There's a pineapple under there. More silver beet, more kale. Some eggplants going over. I'm not really a big fan of aubergine eggplants, but they grow well. More sort of little peppers, not too spicy hot. These are the purple chili peppers, which again weren't really hot, made some sauce. Another pineapple, sage, silver beet, sweet basil. This is a cauliflower from last year, so that got through the summer and just sat there, and that's going to be my first cauliflower. Yes, needs eaten. I will try and eat them at some point. But yeah, they do grow well. Eggplants. This is obviously damage from that 28 spotted ladybird, which there are still a few around because I saw some yesterday. But they like any of the potato family, they'll just munch. See, look, still flowers. You think it's summer. Oh, something in my finger. No, not a lot of swimming going on. Just a bit cold. I've just been repotting my pomegranates from last year, so that was a cutting, a cutting from my main pomegranate. And look at it. That's 12 months. Just, you know, free tree. And then there's another 2. So I'll probably take this one down, or one of them to the community garden, and then plant another one here, but I haven't thought about where it's going yet. This is a Rosella. This is the snake bean. This is all one snake bean. They're quite good. It just sort of sat there all through summer and didn't do anything, and then just went for it. I don't think they really like the cold. That's why they've gone a bit kind of dark, but they still grow well. If they get a bit of sun, they grow. Lots more peppers, pak choy, lettuce and rocket. I quite like growing it like this because it's really easy to harvest. That's the lemongrass. There's a bit of watercress coming up. A little bit, look. So it sort of self-seeds itself every year, so we should get a bit more. Stone fruit, losing its colour. Dragon fruit. Stuff everywhere. That's what happens when you've got acreage. I need a gardener. So this is the bird beak hakea that is flowering, which is just bizarre. But yeah, just flowers from the branches, which I've always found really odd. There's a few hakeas, the grevillea, toothbrush grevillea, so that's just starting to form its little flowers. This hakea trifurcata, that will be flowering soon. Mega olive, I think they need cutting back a little bit. Hack back loads of this. Beautiful bougainvillea. That's the elderflower, so I've just planted 2 more elders in here. This is the white mulberry. So I used to have loads of vegetables in here, but it's kind of been superseded by mega mulberry tree now. So it's wormwood. There is a elder from last year that I planted, and I've just planted out these 2. So these are cuttings that I took last year, so they're going to help shade the chooks. So I've planted them out, given them some good water, hopefully with the rains that will help them get going. 2 new chooks somewhere, 2 little ones, don't know where they are. Here's a grevillea flowering. Just a plant grevillea. And then all the stuff out the back. So this is the pincushion hakea flowering. First time it's flowered. They get quite largest Acacia saligna, golden reef wattle. Again, they can get massive. That's my other pomegranate. That's the grafted pomegranate. It doesn't grow as well as my seeded one. It's native lime. This is the hugelkultur bed. So I've just got lots of basil growing in it. There's an avocado there. Some tomatoes that may make it. And some brassicas, again getting munched by bugs. It's a bug year. Oh look, all the chickens. All the chickens, because I've just enjoyed some dog food. Haven't you? Look, there's bottle brush flowering. Just applied bottle brush. Quite a tall one. That's quite a few years old now, as compared to this Acacia saligna, which is massive. It's obviously really tapped into something. It's a very weedy tree, really, so that might get a limb lopped off of it because that's only 2 years old. It's just gone crazy, but they die quick as well. So let's see, hedge plants. That's another Hakea. That's going to get chopped, so that shouldn't be there. And around the shady side, all these trees need trimming back. And then, on the north side where it's lovely and warm, like it's a summer day. Lovely. See, Neela's got the right idea. And that annoying cat. Annoying cat. Oh, Neela Beela. Is that nice in the sun? Is it? Is it? Is it? Yeah. Yeah.